Okay, as promised, I'm going to show you how to find some really high-paying Google AdWords for your niche site. First, we're going to start by getting the keyword tool. In case you don't know the link, I'm just going to type in Google Keyword Tool, and we're going to go here. Okay, now we want to click on Traffic Estimator. Now, for the normal travel blog, your keywords are going to be probably a lot to do with what your article is about. And that's great, but we're talking about niche sites that you want Google ads for. And now remember that we're redirecting traffic. So the people that look for your site aren't necessarily going to be the majority of the people that are coming to your site. So they may be coming to your site for something else. So we'll start it how we would normally do it. Let's say let's put in backpacking, and we're gonna estimate that. Okay, so we can see here the estimated average cost per click is $1.06. Well, that's if you were doing the advertising. If you were paying, you would pay $1.06. You only get a portion of that if you're the publisher. If you have the ad on your site, you're only going to get a portion of that $1.06. Doesn't come out to a lot of money. Now, let's take something completely off the wall, and you might think, well, how could this possibly relate to my site? Let's look at it like this. Let's say that you writing an article about backpacking in Costa Rica, and while you were in Costa Rica, you stayed at several hostels. And these hostels were old and dilapidated, and there was asbestos showing. Well, what happens when you get around asbestos? Mesothelioma. Now, we're not going to write an article about getting mesothelioma in Costa Rica. However, you can mention that word several times in your blog post without it sounding out of place. You can be writing everything there is about the hostel and mention that asbestos is showing, and you're worried about mesothelioma, or you can joke about it and sitting on the beach looking at the sunset. It was worth risking mesothelioma in the hostel to see this beautiful view. Whatever. Now let's see what a word like that pays. $110.51. Huge difference. Now, you don't have to be a Chicago lawyer to see the difference. $15 versus $1 for Chicago lawyer. Anything that has a high paying amount is something that you can use as a keyword in your article. That is how you can make a lot of money with Google AdWords. It can be specific enough to be about your topic without it sounding like it's for mesothelioma, but you can do certain things with that word in your blog. You can apply H2 tags to it, anything that's going to make it stand out. Even in the title, risking mesothelioma to see the wonderful beaches of Costa Rica. Whatever you want to put in there, if you have that keyword in there, it's going to attract those Google ads to that keyword. Now, if you get 1,000 people a day coming to your site, and some of the people that are being redirected to your site from websites that may be about mesothelioma, they're going to see your article and go, nice article, pretty blog, yeah, it was fun to read, but I want information about mesothelioma. Hey, there's a Google ad, let me click on that. Bam, $110. That's a lot. Making the mistake of putting travel in there is not going to get you anything. So use the keywords not for SEO to get page 1 ranking for your article, for your niche site. Use keywords that are going to attract certain Google AdWords drive customers that would go there. Now let's look at something here. We're going to go to the keyword tool here. Wow, I just totally spelled that wrong. There you go. Okay. It gets 246,000 global monthly searches, and it's a very high competition. You're going to work for well over a year probably to naturally get ranked for that keyword, and good luck. You can do it instantly with Google Ads to attract the people that are going to be clicking on these $110 clicks. That's a lot of money for just one click. If you bring in 1,000 people a day and only one person clicks it a day, that's probably more than what most standard travel blogs are pulling in. 10 people do it a day. Now, if you just wanted to advertise this, you're looking at a cost of, almost $10,000 a day is what Google thinks it's worth to get a total of 69 to 96 clicks. $10,000. Well, that $10,000 should be yours, not somebody else's, right? If you do this with a lot of really high-paying Google words, Google AdWords, you're going to end up needing a good tax attorney when it comes time to pay your taxes at the end of the year, because a lot of these pay really, really well. You can play around with Google AdWords keyword tool and find whatever keywords pay the most. You can do Google searches and find out, for highest paying AdWords, and optimize your posts for those keywords, but kind of do it nonchalantly. Don't make it so that the article is spamming that word. You just highlight that word. Use H2 tags, have it in the title. It doesn't necessarily have to be about it. A good example is I have a post on my blog that a guest blogger, a fellow blogger, sent in, and it's called Krakow, the city of sex and business. And it's a wonderful post, and it has absolutely nothing to do with sex. I get 100 hits a day on that one post for people looking for sex in Krakow. It's frustrating. I almost want to delete the post because it doesn't have anything to do with my blog. It doesn't have anything to do with my post, but it's bringing in the traffic, and they go somewhere else, and I have no way to monetize it because I don't have any. I'm not going to put any ads that are appropriate for that on my site. But you can see how having a post that has absolutely nothing to do with a certain topic can still bring in a lot of visitors, and you can welcome those visitors if on their way out, you're making $28. So look for those high-paying Google AdWords, incorporate them into your posts, into your niche site, not on your main site, because this isn't going to do anything for SEO to rank your niche site, because Google's going to see it as a site about tax attorney. So that's not going to help you in the travel industry, but this is about spin-off sites, niche sites that you're going to monetize with Google AdWords. Now, Google is just one way of advertising. I mean, there's a lot of different ways, but we're just talking about this one for right now. Okay, as you can see, here is that article right here, Krakow, the city of sex and business. I just added these dig things up there. Haven't been used yet. Okay, here's the article, and as you can see, nothing too risque in there. And the look at popular search terms. You don't see anything about that in there because I had to filter out all those, because I just have page after page after page of how to pick up girls in Krakow. But anyways, so that's what you want to do. Good luck. This is Mike from Exotic Visitors, helping out my buddies over at the Travel Blog Challenge. Take care.